Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you want to know why my lips are two different shades of nude, please keep watching as I do a high-end versus drugstore comparison. And if you're new to the Stella Bellas family, please click the subscribe button. To begin, I'll be using the Benefit Pore Professional on one side of my face and the Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser on the other side of my face. As you can see, my eyebrows are already done. That's because I don't have a drugstore product for eyebrows, because I absolutely love my Benefit Brow and I know that that's not going to change. And to color correct on this side of my face, I'll be using the MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette in medium deep, and then my LA Girl Pro Concealers in the shades Orange Corrector, Toast, and Pure Beige. Already liking the way this works, and I think it's because I'm picking up just a little bit product on my finger as opposed to squeezing it out of the tube of the LA Girl correctors. And I'm just gonna pat this in with my finger. Judging by the type of orange that I look like right now, I am definitely more happy with the way the MAC looks. It's a lot more natural for my skin and suited to my skin tone than the LA Girl one. And this MAC palette isn't actually mine, I borrowed it from my cousin, but I think I'm going to be buying it for myself soon. For foundation, obviously my MAC NC45 on the high-end side and Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 330 on the drugstore side. Okay, now, I am not a massive fan of this foundation, but I do use it as an everyday foundation because it's cheap, and I am not going to be spending all my money on buying this like every 3 months. Okay, so if you guys can see, like, I definitely feel like this side of my face is a lot brighter, and I always feel like NC45 may not be my perfect shade. It's definitely a lot more brighter, and it covered up the orange corrector really well, whereas this side it still looks a bit dark and it's not as full coverage as this one. Now I know that this isn't like 100% full coverage and not as full coverage as this is, but I did use the same amount of foundation on both sides of my face. Okay, so again, as you can see, the MAC side looks a lot more brighter, and I'm just gonna blend that in quickly. I definitely feel like it's a bit yellow for my skin, but let's see what it looks like when the other side is blended out. You guys, I always do this thing where I'm like, oh, let's go into Red Square or something, let's get new products, and I always end up at the MAC counters all the time. I think it's because when I was younger, I always thought that MAC was like only for the exclusive rich people, and I always felt like it was so out of my reach and stuff. That's probably why I'm a little bit obsessed with MAC. But everything is blended out. I can definitely see that this side of my face still looks very dark, and it didn't really like do that thing to my face the way the MAC side did. I just want to contour really quickly, and I will be right back. As you can see, this side is not as dark as this contour is, and I always knew that this LA Girl contour that I use, Toast, is a bit too light for my skin, especially my cheeks, but I do think it's definitely going to win in the nose section because I used the darkest one in this palette and I still feel like it's not dark enough. So I'm gonna take all my brushes and throw them on the bed, and then I'm gonna take this kabuki brush and see what we can do here. And then because this still has foundation on it and it's going to blend the contour perfectly, so when you turn this way you don't see a harsh dark line, I am gonna this. So that's how it looks blended out. I'm not a fan of either one. Like, I've been using this LA Girl for ever, and it's really nice, affordable, but I think I need a darker shade. But in comparison to the MAC palette, I really think that this is a winner. Okay, due to technical difficulties, I had to take a break, and now there are people in the house, so if you hear a noise, I'm sorry. NYX and Kangol on this eye, and Urban Decay Naked Basics on this one, and it's just going to be a really simple, really basic eyeshadow look, so we're just going to whiz through this real quick. Now for the eyeshadows, we're just going to judge on the browns first, the browns and the blacks. The black on this is not as pigmented as the black on this one, which is on this eye, and the brown and the overall palette of this is a lot better than this one, because this creases a lot and gets stuck and just looks oily and not good at all. Okay, and then mascaras, I'm going to take Benefit They're Real and Essence Get Big Lashes. As you can see, this side is a lot more flared out and a lot more wispy, but my personal preference is the Essence Get Big Lashes. And I like to put highlighter on before blush, so it just looks a little bit more natural. And then you know that I'm going to take my NYX Ritualistic on the Drugstore side of my face. And then for the other side of my face, I'm gonna use MAC Soft and Gentle. I feel like this is a MAC versus Drugstore brand video. Blush, you guys know LA Girl for me. And I'll be taking, my mirror is cracked, I'll be taking this shade and poofing that onto my cheeks. And then I bought a new one from MAC, which is called Gingerly, and I really like the way this looks. On this side, again, MAC Whirl. I feel like all I have is MAC from a high-end perspective. From the Drugstore side, let's see. And then from a Drugstore side, yeah, I am gonna use number 5 Cool Nude from Essence. Oh, that's very pink. Okay, so it looked like it would be the perfect shade in the tube, but on my lips it's very pink. Primer, high-end wins. Foundation, high-end wins. Eyeshadow, high-end wins again. But mascara, on the other hand, Drugstore is definitely gonna win. Color corrector, high-end win. But contouring, Drugstore wins. Lip product, high-end wins, but I do have a few Drugstore products that I do like, but definitely high-end wins. And highlighter and blush, high-end wins. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys.